Morning, how are we doing? From a very cool, windy and damp Scotland. Blockbusters, I don't mean the video shop, I mean the TV show from when I was a kid. From that show there was a question which became infamous. Can I have a pee please, Bob? So today we're having a pee themed shave. Razor Pills 101, freshly returned from being on loan. Haven't used it since, so looking forward to using that. Blade Personna Red, Personna Super, Personna Red on its first shave. The pills is a two-piece non-adjustable razor, twist the handle and the top cap comes off and the blade goes on the little tabs on the base plate. So there's the blade loaded, top cap goes on and screw the two back together. No overhang because the blade's enclosed. There's also no curvature on the blade. The blade is held totally flat and it's up to me to put the curvature on the blade, so you have to hold the razor at a slightly higher angle than you would normally. So that's two P's out of the way. Third P, Portus. Strike gold shave, Frank Massa in the States. Portus handle with a Oumo 24mm Manchurian super high density badge knot in it. That's just been soaking for 5 minutes. And the last P, Portus Cale from Portugal. I'll turn it around and I'll show you the ingredients. If you wish to view them, just pause it. As you can see, it's quite a small tub, but there's 150 grams, 125 grams, 125 grams of soap in the tub. But the only downfall is to me, is the diameter of the tub. And the scent on the soap is citrus, cedar and amber. There's no tallow in the soap from what I can see, but there is lanolin, so it's basically Portuguese wool fat. It's extremely hard. If you throw it at something, it will break it. So yeah, Portuguese wool fat, but with scent. So just squeezed most of the water out of the brush. As you can see, what I said about being a small tub. We'll get the brush loaded up from there. We're going fairly dry, straight into a dry puck. So how's your week been? That was pretty good. Had a few shavette shaves. Didn't notice that one the other night. Didn't even bleed until I saw it weep this morning when I was having a face prep before we started the shave. But apart from that, I had a week of pretty good shaves. Like I said in the last video, nights are drawing in, so it's becoming increasingly difficult for me to do what I perceive to be a quality midweek shave, because I've got an extractor fan in the bathroom which is hardwired to the lights. So we're just loading up the tips of the brush. As you can see, we've got a pretty good load in there. Because it's such a hard soap, It's very easy to clean out with your finger as well. There we go, done. Okay, we'll get this painted on. So has everybody joined the carve aluminium waiting list when there's already a waiting list for the carved steel? I haven't. No intentions to. If you have, enjoy your wait. Enjoy the razor when it arrives. Okay, I've got a scoop out the drawer, which is a half teaspoon. And I'm literally going to add half a teaspoon of water to the brush. Put it into the soap. It might surprise people. How much water the soap will take before I spray and make a lather. I'm getting there. That was four half teaspoons. You can see now the soap's coming easy to move around the face. The load is evened out. So we had 5 half teaspoons of water into the brush and into the soap before we sprayed the brush. Which was probably one too many, but we've got a really nice moist lather. It's not going to dry out, but it shouldn't do, as you can see there. There's plenty there. There's sufficient here. It's slick, it smells quite nice. Soap everywhere. Right, pills with the Personna red, like Israeli. In the last video I said if people have any requests, I knew for certain one would be the Razorine, to share with that again. And if you'd asked me before I posted the video which antagonist, yeah, your antagonist would request that razor, I would have said pound to a piece of shit, it would be Flash boredom. And guess what, Graham, you're a protagonist. Don't worry, bud, we'll get the Razorine knocked out and used again sometime in the future. And Pete asked for the oldest gear I've got. But I haven't been in the loft. To get it out yet. That will be a Boots bristle brush, which was bought when I was 14 or 15. And I was a smidge over 50. And I actually own, or I'm in possession of, one of the razors my father, one of the two razors my father owned, which probably from the 1930s. I do have an older razor, but one I've owned for the longest, so basically it's the whole of my lifetime. And Pete asked for the cheapest, or the cheapest as well, so I'm going to combine the two. So it'll be old gear with cheap gear. So across the grain, 2 passes, 1 right to left, 1 left to right. tell you, for something that isn't an aggressive razor, extremely efficient, very smooth. And a pleasure to use. Once you get used to the fact that you control the blade by the angle the handle is at, so it has to be slightly higher. It's quite intuitive. You soon learn it, because if you haven't got the angle, the razor doesn't cut. The safety bar works, does its job. These are German. They aren't cheap. And despite the fact there's no knurling at all on the handle, it's not slippy, even with this stuff on your fingers. Right. The soap has a really nice scent to it, almost like a cologne. We do a balm and a water toilet, I think, so you could have a matching set. However, I don't have any of them. Let's put the scab off anyway. There's the brush. There's still soap in the base of the knot, as you can see. We'll soon get that out. There's the soap. So, face wash, then back for the post shave. See you in a minute. Okay, let's do the cold water rinse. And got the brush cleaned out. So, Aloe Vera, Witch Hazel, my normal DIY mix. It's basically mixed at 70-30 Aloe Vera, Witch Hazel's Aloe Vera gel in a spray bottle, then shook up so you can either spray it on like aftershave or spray it into the hand. One little weeper, just there. Well, that's no great issue or problem. Right, next I'm going to go for something smelly. Kenneth Cale Black. It's a woody, scent, and by spraying it in the hand you allow some of the initial alcohol to disappear before it gets to the skin, so you're not screaming like a banshee. Normal. That hurts. On top of that, I'm going to go for 2-phase Nivea. You can see these self-edge, 2 levels. There's a restrictor on the bottle. It's basically a glycerin of aftershave. Just goes on nice and slick, adds a bit of moisture, and feels really pretty good. So there we go, pea shave done. What it is today, from Portugal, Portus Cale, amber, cedar and citrus. The only drawback to the soap, I would say, is the size, the diameter of the tub. But as you can see, I've got a 24mm knot into there, and we got lathered up without any issues. The brush, Portus from Strike Gold Shave, an absolutely stunning brush. The camera will not do it justice. Just some of the colours that are in there. It isn't just black, it's blues, colorsome, and it's lovely. And that's got an Oumo super high density Manchuria knot in it. The razor, he says, dropping the blade out. There's pills, 101 NE. The level of detail even goes down to the fact it says pills on the base of the handle there. So yeah, German made, Thor's hammer some people call it. Smooth, a very smooth shaver, and it just works. And in there we had a Personna Super, or Personna Red Israeli. The ones that come in the plain white packets on its first shave. We polished off with a little bit of Aloe Vera, witch hazel with aloe vera mixed into it. My DIY mix. Some Kenneth Cale black, not the vintage black, the new stuff. This is an old bottle I had under the bed for donkeys in a box. Went, it smells like that. And then we put a bit of moisture back in with Nivea. And that's it, folks. Thanks for watching. Any comments, antagonistic or otherwise, flash, leave them below. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.